The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Luwedde Church,
Tawali man, what's up?
man, can you imagine people just dump everywhere? Someone drinks water and throws the bottle wherever.
Come on, Rogers. What else do you expect people to do with an empty bottle?
Simanye now, Lukoda. Do you know that plastics take at least 450 years to decompose?
What? That's a long time.
Exactly, because plastics are made out of a lightweight and flexible material that doesn't decompose easily. And plastics everywhere in the environment cause plastic pollution.
What is plastic pollution now?
It is the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment, like bottles, polythene bags, straws. All of these contribute to plastic pollution.
I have been using them without knowing their effect.
Yeah, a lot of people have. Plastics are a danger to the ecosystem, both on land and in water.
So how can we overcome this problem? Is there something we can do?
Oh yes, we can reduce by minimizing the use of plastics, reuse by repurposing them, or recycle by collecting and processing them into new products.
Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves for the world.
How about we change our habits for the world?
And it starts with me and you.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk.
Hi, Rogers. Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be no more.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digitalk. The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
All right, coming to you live from Uganda's capital, Kampala. This is the Alternative Digitalk TV. My name is Kenneth Rwemirembe. This is the mighty global news updates, a moment where we take you through the stories that are shaping conversations here in our country, Uganda. And whenever time allows, we always take you outside to know what's happening over there as well. Now we know and we believe you're having a good day over there. If it's not going like that, our prayers have never stopped being that we wish you the very best of each day. It's a blessing that since the beginning of this very year, you've been breathing in a free oxygen from the very beginning of January up to here. We are in December and almost ending 2025, heading into 2026. A very unique year where we have the presidential elections. And a lot of things have been happening this year. We believe you have had good memories. The good and bad, of course, are also the bad are unavoidable sometimes, and At least we believe we have all picked lessons from whatever has not gone on well. This is the Mighty Drive show that runs Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And before the entire show, where we bring in special guests, we always come in here to give you the updates and keep you informed. Here we prioritize matters of national importance as well as keeping you updated. We believe you can never make an informed decision if you do not get the right information, and especially from a right source like this one that is trusted by millions of people. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and be part of this mighty platform. You can always follow our conversations on all our social media platforms, and our social media handle is @TheAlternative TikTok. You can always have us even on our TikTok account. It's been created we always upload in shorter clips of the entire conversations we do have. Feel free to share to a friend and always ask your questions, give your submissions, because we believe that the conversations shared here do not benefit just the presenters, but the entire country and the entire world. So please, we believe you are also part of this conversation, and we always welcome your submissions. But for now, allow me to take you through the stories that are hitting headlines here in our country, Uganda. Now, of course, I talked about the 2026 general elections that are just right in the corner. We are just counting less than 2 months now to the 2026 general elections, where the country will be now deciding who becomes Uganda's next president, and even other elective positions, members of parliament and other elective positions. But of course, the race has been very tight. We are in a period of campaigns. Some cases of people being assaulted are being reported. The situation has not been that favorable. But now, in the same vein, Honorable Chagulanyi's camp was in Gulu the previous Saturday, last week. But the situation wasn't right. Most of the supporters were beaten when they were trying to go for their campaign rally that was expected to take place there. The security operatives blocked the way and stopped them from accessing their campaign venue. Now Chagulanyi and his team decided to insist and continue to his campaign venue. But of course, the situation was tough. As you're seeing on that screen, very many people were beaten. Chagulanyi's supporters were beaten by men in uniform, as you're seeing over there. And several people were injured over there in that particular area. We saw a group of people trying to surround and protect Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu from being beaten. Of course, they had to take all the canes, as you're seeing over there. We saw the very security team, the security of that was deployed by the Electoral Commission, that was given to Honorable Chagulanyi to protect him, also being beaten in this as they are trying to protect their boss from being assaulted or beaten by these security officers. Now, following that very incident that many took in different ways, with many criticizing now the security forces for being partisan and disrupting the NUP campaign trails, and others saying that it is the NUP that is violating the guidelines that were given by the Electoral Commission by carrying out processions. Now, Chituma Rusoke, the police spokesperson, had to comment on that incident in a press conference, and he has said, as police, they regret what happened, and they said investigations have already kicked off to find out what really caused this, who were the people behind this, to find out what should be done as soon as possible. That's the promise that was made by the Uganda police, of course, through the spokesperson, Kituma Rusoke. And he said that all political candidates should abide by the rules given by these security officers and the Electoral Commission of the country, that they shouldn't violate any guidelines. They should do everything under the law. He also asked the police officers to always conduct themselves properly, that they should not mistreat Ugandans or behave in any way that is not expected out of them. But the team from Chagulanyi, including himself, Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu, while speaking, he said that this has been a deliberate move to stop the National Unity Platform from exercising their right and asking the Ugandans now to vote them into office. Kyagulanyi, of course, said that they have notified all the regional bodies, including the East African Community, the United Nations, as well as the African Union, and that the country is watching whatever is being done, and that the NUP will not stop, and they are to continue their gospel of a new Uganda, as they always say. That is it from there, and the police had to say that to us, assuring us that the investigations are ongoing and we are yet to find out what really caused this and what could be next. Of course, we saw even the Electoral Commission come out to condemn these acts. Now, back to the 2026 general elections as well. Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu yesterday was in Nakawa at Mbuya Prayer Ground, and asking the people, of course, to vote the National Unity Platform into office in every elective position in their agenda, where they say that whatever you see the umbrella as their symbol, you should vote. And now reminding them to vote the National Unity Platform and vote him as the President of the Republic of Uganda, saying that the power of the people can speak and even the President will hear it, that it is now time for these people to vote, for all the people of Uganda to vote the National Unity Platform. Of course, they never fail to talk about Waiswa Mufumbiro, who is up to now in custody. They say that all the people of Nakawa should consider Waiswa Mufumbiro and vote him into office as the Member of Parliament if that time comes, that much as he is not with them physically, spiritually, as the NUP, they are standing with him and he is thinking about his people, that they should vote him even when he is in prison. That was the message over there. But of course, some irregularities have been identified and seen in these campaigns. Now the Uganda Human Rights Commission came out yesterday and condemned the acts of these individuals who are carrying out, who are ferrying students from schools and taking them to, schools and taking them to their campaign venues, saying that this violates the rights of the children and that it should be stopped as soon as possible. They also assured us that following these viral clips that have been on social media, where we've been seeing children being ferried and taken to these campaign venues, that whoever will be found doing that, whether a politician or a political party, they are to face charges, and that as the Uganda Human Rights Commission, they are ready to sue whoever does that. And they also urged all these political candidates to avoid doing such, that it violates the rights and freedoms of the children. Now, they also ask the parents to be vigilant on this and make sure their children do not get taken into such, where they say that their life is always at risk. Taking a child who is below 18 and taking them in a place like a campaign venue where they cannot be sure of whether their safety will be guaranteed. They asked the police, they asked every stakeholder to make sure that the children are not taken into such things, that their rights should not be violated in such a manner. That is it coming in from the Uganda Human Rights Commission, and these words were from Simeo Nsubga, who is an official in the Uganda Human Rights Commission. This has been happening, and some people have been criticizing it, especially some saying that it is the National Resistance Movement camp or the NRM camp that has been ferrying these students, especially the children, to these campaign venues. Some saying that the target of bringing these young people is to just show that they have numbers, but the NRM camp has been denying these allegations, saying that that's not true, although we have been seeing viral video clips on all the social media platforms showing these children putting on yellow t-shirts and being taken into these campaign venues. But that's it. The Uganda Human Rights Commission has warned that whoever will be found doing that is to face the law in its fullness. Now, from that, we have also come to understand that 4 people actually have died so far in Kamuli district due to due to campaign of violence. The 2 competing camps, the camp of Masitula Namatovu and the camp of Moses Bigirwa, have been having clashes here and there, and that 4 people actually have been confirmed to be dead, others injured, as you see on that screen. That all these are stemming from differences in beliefs, and the different sides are now clashing on each other with such brutality. But the camp of Masitula Namatovu says they are not assaulting these people, but the camp of Moses Bijirwa is the one that is provoking this team of Masitula Namatovu. The situation is not that nice. Here and there we've been seeing some violence. The election campaigns that started peacefully are now transforming and getting into violence as we get closer to the polling day, 15th of January 2026. And several people have been coming out, including the church, condemning these acts of violence, urging people to avoid violence in the elections. And we also, as the Alternative TikTok, urge all Ugandans to not be violent. Avoid violence in these election campaigns, and make sure you're safe. Do not put yourself in anything that can put your life at stake. Avoid violence in the elections, and that is even in these campaigns. That's our message to you, because we want to see you happy and alive, because you have to contribute towards building that new Uganda. But of course, you must protect your life and make sure come 2026 you are alive to witness the goodness of your efforts. If you contribute towards doing that, you will have to stay and watch all the fruits of your hard work. Now, the President of the Republic of Uganda is also in this race. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, a great man, as the NRM people call him, the old man with a big heart, of course, is in this campaign, asking the people of Uganda to vote him and vote the National Resistance Movement, that they should vote the NRM, because they have fought so hard to make sure Uganda achieves the stability it enjoys so far, that a lot of things have been done. President Museveni has been in office for now close to 40 years, and he still promises that if Ugandans vote him again, a lot of good things will happen to them. They will have to now become a middle-income state, that they will now be recognized among the countries that are at least fairly strong in terms of economics or economically, and that this will be done only by voting the NRM government back into office, that they have the required experience, they have set the foundation for this to happen. A lot of initiatives have been taking place, and of course the people were asked to vote the NRM, and this happened in Kamwinga and Chegegbo, where the president was, of course, asking these people to vote the NRM and vote His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni into office one more time. We don't know whether even after the 2026 he will come back, but of course President Museveni has always said that what forces him to come back is the situation on ground. Whenever they see, as the NRM or as the freedom fighters, that something is not going on well and that their expertise is still needed, they always come in. We don't know what will happen come next general elections, but for now the president says they are ready as the NRM to protect the gains achieved so far, much as there is criticism here and there from different people, including the opposition, saying that there is nothing like a gain to protect when the brutalities are being made on the opposition figures, that the security is brutalizing several opposition figures at a moment where even Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye is in custody, a top opposition figure in the country, as we have been seeing in the camp of Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Also, the police are clashing with them here and there, saying that these orders come from above, the above which they call the president. But the NRM camp says everything is being done legally, following the law, that they should trust the NRM government and make sure they achieve that great economic status of being a middle-income state together, and they enjoy that Uganda. After voting the National Resistance Movement and President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni one more time. That is it. And it marks the end of the mighty global news updates. It's always nice bringing you these updates. We believe you have at least had the best out of this day and you've learned what's happening in our country, Uganda. So please, we urge you to stay vigilant and keep peace in whatever you do to make sure we enjoy this Uganda together. You can share this conversation with a friend. The mighty drive is continuing with the princess. She is coming in here with our guests. Please don't miss the conversation. It would be nice. I'm Kenneth Ruwedde. Have a good morning.
Tanzania, a country known for its stunning natural beauty and rich cultural heritage, has a significant date in its history, December 9th. This day marks a pivotal moment in the country's journey towards independence. On December 9th, 1961, Tanganyika, as it was then known, gained independence from British colonial rule, with Julius Nyerere becoming the country's first prime minister. The country's path to independence was a long and complex one, shaped by various historical forces and key figures. Tanganyika was a German colony from 1885 to 1918, and after World War I, it became a British Mandate territory under the League of Nations. Following World War II, the United Nations Trusteeship Council oversaw Tanganyika's transition towards self-governance. The Tanganyika African National Unity TANU, led by Julius Nyerere, played a crucial role in the country's independence movement. Nyerere's leadership and vision helped shape Tanzania's post-independence trajectory. He served as the country's prime minister from 1961 to 1962, and later as president from 1964 to 1985. His policies, including the Arusha Declaration, aimed to promote economic self-sufficiency and social equality. Tanzania's independence has had a lasting impact on the country's development. The nation has made significant strides in education, healthcare, and economic growth. However, challenges persist, including poverty, corruption, and infrastructure development. As Tanzania continues to navigate its path forward, the country's history and cultural heritage remain essential to its identity. The nation is home to over 120 ethnic groups, with Swahili and English serving as official languages. Tanzania's rich natural resources, including the Serengeti National Park and Mount Kilimanjaro, make it a popular destination for tourists and adventure seekers. The country's economic growth is also driven by agriculture, mining, and manufacturing sectors. The country's journey has been shaped by its colonial past, cultural heritage, and visionary leaders like Julius Nyerere. As Tanzania looks to the future, it continues to build on its strength and address its challenges, striving for a better tomorrow. Kenneth Ruwedde, Digtalk TV.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hi, Rogers. Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be normal.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digital.
Go to the church, though.
Tawali man, what's up?
Man, can you imagine people just dump everywhere? Someone drinks water and throws the bottle wherever.
Come on, Rogers. What else do you expect people to do with an empty bottle?
Simanya now, recorder. Did you know that plastics take at least 450 years to decompose?
What? That's a long time.
Exactly. Because plastics are made out of a lightweight and flexible material that doesn't decompose easily. And plastics everywhere in the environment cause plastic pollution.
What is plastic pollution now?
It is the accumulation of plastic waste in the environment, like bottles, polythene bags, straws. All of these contribute to plastic pollution.
I have been using them without knowing their effect.
Yeah, a lot of people have. Plastics are a danger to the ecosystem, both on land and in water.
So how can we overcome this problem? Is there something we can do?
Oh yes, we can reduce by minimizing the use of plastics, reuse by repurposing them, or recycle by collecting and processing them into new products.
Everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves for the world.
How about we change our habits for the world?
And it starts with me and you.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digital. The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Weewaawo yesaawa endaganyise eya program eya Mighty Drive nkwaniriza nnyina kubuuza ko nawe osinzidde okubanga otulaba nze omumbejja Luwedde Lillian. Olunaku olwaleero ate nno ensonga zetugenda okubanga twogerako zikwatagana nnyo ku campaign violence. We're going to be looking beneath the current campaign violence. Ani avaako obuzibu? Is it abesimbyewo abawagizi oba akakiiko k'ebyokulondako ngako? But also twogereko ku nsonga ezikwatako internal politics. Now we have a gentleman from Democratic Party. That's none other than Mr. Atweeta George. He's joining us this morning, and we're going to be delving into the internal party politics of Democratic Party. Now, if we talk about political parties, we can't fail to talk about Democratic Party as one of the oldest political parties in Uganda. Currently, the party seems to be taking a different direction from what we used to know DP of. So we would love to know what the problem is. Is it the party leadership? Is it the party members that are silent about what's happening in the party? Because we are heading for the 2026 general elections. But then Democratic Party didn't front a presidential candidate. What does this speak of a party like Democratic Party that has been in existence even before Uganda got her independence? And we're going to be delving into that. But you can join in on our Facebook pages. That is Alternative Digital on Facebook and YouTube. Drop in your questions, drop in your comments. I'll be reading them as the show continues. As time allows, we're going to be joined by Commissioner Fred Bamwine. Now, he is from NRM. We're also going to be talking about NRM's 40 years in power. What is it that has failed to work that is pushing them to come for another term? Joining us this morning, like I said, Mr. George Atweeta. Welcome to the show, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, viewers. This is a great morning. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here and share with our members.
Okay.
As you've been told, I am George Atweeta. I have been a member of the Democratic Party from the youthful times up to this time. The challenge is, if I can, I think, move on, that we see in the Democratic Party, the DP is a party of truth and justice.
Is it the same that's happening right now? Is it still the party of truth and justice?
And that's where the issue is.
No.
Because there has been a deliberate and intentional effort by some of the members to divert from the principles that the founders of this party envisioned.
Before we actually move forward, let's
Yes.
get back onto the times you joined Democratic Party. During that time, I would say there were a few political parties that had emerged, but also would love to know what really pushed you to join a party like Democratic Party. We had UPC. I want to believe by the time you joined DP, UPC was there.
Yes. The reason why I joined Democratic Party is basically because of the principles of truth and justice. What is truth? Truth is that I am a child of God with basic inalienable rights, like the basics to be elected, the basic to participate in the development of my country, the basic to flourish. And these basics don't come from governments. These basics don't come from people who are associated with power. These are from God. The other issue is justice. Justice means everybody is supposed to be treated equally and fairly, irrespective of where you come from, irrespective of your creed. And the reason why Democratic Party since 1954 up to this present day is still within our politics is because of these values. It is these values that have held and have attracted members for different generations. DP was founded in 1954. 2024 we celebrated 70 years. There are very few political parties in Africa that were found around that very time which are still existing. Some time back, when one of our elders was still alive, may he so rest in peace, Dr. Paul Kaonga Semugere, I visited him at his home.
Yes.
When I came, a student from the UK had visited him before, and I had come to inquire, why has Democratic Party remained strong and surviving? Yet even the DP only took power in 1961 for just 1 year. The other political parties which even took power have been disappearing. But because of the enduring values of truth and justice, that is why the DP has been around. And that is why me, from Rwanda, joined this party. Because I wanted to participate in this movement, in this institution that values the basics, and also brings me on equal footing with all other citizens.
Okay.
We believe, like our forefathers did, that for Uganda to be stable, for Uganda to flourish, because Uganda is a good country, we are blessed immeasurably in different ways. But for Uganda to attain her status and sit on the table of nations, there has to be a leadership that values truth and justice. And that has been our mission. And even until this day, that is our mission. Our brothers who chose to join government the president, by then, the president of 2020 to 2025 of the party, chose to join government with his secretary.
Before we actually get into that cooperation agreement with the ruling party, for someone who is seeing you for the first time, they would love to know Mr. George Atweeta. That is actually speaking Democratic Party. It seems now Democratic Party is part of you. They would love to know the other side of you before joining Democratic Party, or actually after joining Democratic Party. Who are you?
Oh, yes. I am George Atweeta from Rwanda. I am Muchiga by tribe.
Okay.
For me, I loved DP when I was a young person. So I joined UID. 2016, I had the honor and privilege, great privilege, to represent the Democratic Party as a member of parliament. I have been...
Of which constituency?
Rwanda East constituency.
Rwanda East.
Yes.
By that time, you had left UID?
I was still a UID member. By then I was very young, but my joy was to be an ambassador of the values of truth and justice to my countrymen in my constituency. I have been a chairperson of Democratic Party in Rwanda district. I have been a NEC representative for Kagezi sub-region from 2020 to 2025. In the previous unfortunate National Delegates Conference that took place in Mbarara, I contested to be the Vice President, Western Region. I have been in DP, and the occurrences that have happened, I have had the honor to be at the forefront, seeing what has been happening. And it is my disappointment that even when I come here, because of noticing this consistent diversion from the values which were handed over to us by those who came before us.
Okay.
DP is unique in our national politics. When you compare it with other political parties, like maybe say NRM, NRM starts with their chairman, and the power has revolved around him. Now the main actors in that party, you see it is his son, it is the brother.
Isn't it what we are seeing in Democratic Party currently?
Democratic Party has had a number of presidents. Started with Engineer Kasoro, we had Mugwanya, we had Semogerere, we had Sevana, then there came in Mao.
Yes.
It is the only political party in our country that has shown efforts of being an institution. It is the only political party where a variety of people from different regions could access the presidency.
But what we are seeing currently is different from what you're actually telling us.
That is why we are opposed to what is happening now.
But DP being a party that has been old in a country like Uganda, and it becoming one of the weakest nationality, what really brought about this?
As I have said, and I will continue to say it.
Is it power struggles?
We have our members, our brothers and sisters, who have become tired, who have lost hope.
Tired of what? Tired of being in the opposition? Tired of being members of Democratic Party?
They are tired of the founding values of truth and justice. They have lost hope in justice.
Okay.
They have lost hope in truth. And now they think they have chosen the path of injustice. That is why in Mbarara, they could run away with ballot papers. Because that is not justice. That is not the values which were handed over to us and which we must protect and pass on those who are coming after us. But our colleagues have veered off from that path. It is very unfortunate. My wish would have been that if they veer off, then let them leave the party. If they're tired, then let them leave the party, so that we can continue with this tradition. Because it is just not about us.
But now, let's talk about Democratic Party 20 years or 25 years ago. It was a party that was respected. It was one of those strong political parties in Uganda.
Yes,
and then we're actually seeing it taking a different direction. I would love to understand from you, as a member who has been loyal to the party for some good time, what really brought about this? Is it that some of the members or some of the party leaders have selfish interests, a reason as to why we're seeing a lot of issues unfolding in the party currently? Because you say some of your colleagues seem to be tired. Tired of what? Is it that they didn't understand the ideology of the party?
I won't say they understood, but they have now chosen to fight the very principles of the foundation of the party. If you see, if I can go to the cooperation agreement, which was signed by the party president and the secretary general, and for all the years it has been in place. The beneficiaries of that cooperation agreement are two people. The party president then of that time, between 2020 and 2025, and the secretary general. Democratic Party is not a party that was created to take interest of two people. Democratic Party was created to be an avenue, a platform for justice for all Ugandans of all walks of life. Not two people, one, two. That is why when that agreement was signed, there was serious resistance from the party membership and party leadership. When it was signed, without the involvement of the party organs, normally the NEC, the National Council, and even later the Delegates Conference, we saw party members. We saw party members coming out in their loud voices to disassociate themselves from that very agreement, because people who join DP
before
they just don't
before
do it.
This cooperation agreement, as members, were you consulted about going into a cooperation agreement with the NRM?
When that agreement was signed, I was a member of the National Executive Committee. But at that very evening, when I just read it in the newspapers, I was in Uganda, and it was a shock.
But Honorable Mao said that he actually gave a copy to some of the members of the party, and you're saying that you were in shock, you also didn't know what was happening. What does that speak of the leadership of Democratic Party? Because now this is a party that is not only for one or two people, it's a party that has a lot of members.
Now, when you tell me about Honorable Mao saying that he gave a copy,
to members at the top leadership of the party.
In 2020, Norbert Mao said that if the party does not get 15 MPs, he would resign. I didn't see him resigning. So, personally...
After him not resigning, as you party members, what did you do? Did you hold him accountable to his statements?
That is mostly the duty of the National Council, but for the last 10 years, we have had 2 National Council sittings.
For the last 10 years?
Yes. There has only been 2 National Council sittings. One of the other issues, let me first finish this. So, some of the things that Norbert Mao says, it is, I have been, of recent he said that he will get 40 MPs for the party, but you see, he's even struggling in Guru. He's complaining that Museveni has not even stopped some NRM members from contesting. Now, if you are struggling in your constituents, and you say 40 MPs, so there is a culture
about the cooperation agreement.
There is a culture of making statements, but not minding, just making statements. There is a culture of falsehoods. So when you say he had shared that copy with some people, parties work through organs. Which organs I was part of, because and I didn't say anything. We were only shocked to see some people signing something on national TV. And when we met Mao later, let me also say this. When after signing as NEC, we later met Mao in Ndeje, that very year in December, and he apologized to us that he had not informed us.
The NEC members?
Yes.
About the cooperation agreement?
Yeah, that he had not engaged us when he was signing. You could ask him, or you could ask other NEC members if what I'm saying is what, because for me, I believe in truth. And what I'm saying. And one of the other issues that has been bringing issues within the Democratic Party is the lack of respect for party institutions. Before the National Delegates Conference happened in Mbarara, we had a National Council meeting and NEC. We had the NEC, then the National Council.
Okay.
And the intention was, how could we have a successful National Delegates Conference that could promote unity?
Okay.
That those who have lost and those who have won could still be members of the DP family. In the wisdom of the National Council that happened in Soroti, they said, we are going to meet again and agree on the modalities of organizing the National Delegates Conference. The modalities among them was to institute a committee that would hold internal elections. Because if you know you are strong, why do you fear having an independent, trusted committee to hold internal elections?
In a few minutes, we're going to be we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking about the delegates conference, because even the delegates conference that happened in Gulu before we headed for the 2021 general elections, it had a lot of chaos in it. But let's first stick to the cooperation agreement. As Democratic Party, has it achieved anything tangible out of that cooperation agreement?
As a keen observer, the agreement has provided two positions. One for two positions for the signatories
of the agreement.
Democratic Party, you see, Democratic Party was born to fight injustice. The injustice at the time then was that a few select people were benefiting at the expense of the minority. In the present day, after 70 years, the Democratic Party becomes a platform where only two people are beneficiaries. We strongly disassociate ourselves from an arrangement where the cause of Ugandans and their pain and suffering, some people use it for their selfish gains.
But you kept quiet at that time, after the agreement. As the NEC members, what did you do? Because you said you were not engaged by the party president. The agreement was signed and we didn't see you acting.
If I didn't come here, maybe you would not have known that I'm a party member. But those party members who are doing whatever they are doing, because they are not here does not mean they are doing nothing. Okay. Because the cooperation agreement, as we talk now, a lot was done internally. Because as a family, we had to first engage internally. But the efforts by us to have internal mechanisms of coming to a consensus about such silent issues did not materialize.
Okay.
And the situation has forced us to now come in open. Because the time now necessitates that everybody makes a stand where he stands. You make it known. Do you stand with oppression or you stand with the majority of Ugandans? And that is the core. And here, because I have got this opportunity, I know I am representing quite many members out there of the Democratic Party who still believe in the values of justice and truth.
Let me also ask you this question.
Yes.
Is Democratic Party still at the side of the opposition?
It depends on which person or which category of people you are talking about. As far as I know, there is only one member of DP who is in the government. There are also these other colleagues.
But he said he went with the Democratic Party itself. He is representing Democratic Party. He's not representing himself as an individual.
The Democratic Party, the good thing about the Democratic Party is that it is not somebody's property. Though there are tendencies of now making it a family property, but those tendencies are being resisted. When you are a party president and you make a decision, that decision has to be ratified by the party organs. To be accepted as what party positions. And the efforts to ratify that agreement did never materialize it. In fact, when the National Council met, they unanimously said, let us terminate this agreement. As a party of truth and justice, my expectation is that, because this is who we are.
Okay.
This is who we are. And the pressure, the desire for positions should not change who we are. Let's talk about one of our country's prominent leader has been in prison for now 1 year without getting bail. What is the party of truth and justice? The 70-year-old institution, what is it saying? Why is there silence? Because for us, we believe justice. We are an institution of justice. This is who we are.
But are you walking the talk? As the party, currently, are you walking the talk of truth and justice?
After the delegates conference, there were submissions to the Electoral Commission as a body that supervises political parties to say, because of what happened in Mbarara, we do not have a elected leadership of the party.
But what brought about the violence in Mbarara?
So
let's
now,
actually delve into the delegates conference in Mbarara, since you keep hinting on it a little bit. What really transpired and what brought about that violence that we actually saw camouflaging in Mbarara?
Thousands of Ugandans converged in Mbarara with the zeal and enthusiasm to take the destiny of their party in their hands. Their desire, their passion, and their zeal was thwarted. Their will was thwarted. And the effects of that is what we see now. Because what came out was not their will. The chairman, more than 80 in their number, chose someone who would preside over the elections in Mbarara. But the very person who had been chosen by the chairman was not allowed. Police came and pushed us all out after choosing somebody who wanted, who as chairpersons had agreed should be the ones to help us in our internal election.
But if you're saying that whatever came out wasn't the will of the people, Honorable Norbert Mao scored, or actually got 969 votes out of this, the delegates' conference of the position of the party president. And then Honorable Lulu Mebaiga comes out with 339 votes. That's a big difference.
After running away with tallied votes? You see,
because the Electoral Commission gentleman, Mr. Mutenyo, came out and said that the violence was actually caused by the people that were opposing Honorable Norbert Mao. They hired goons to go to Mbarara and disorganize the delegates' conference.
Electoral Commission, according to the chairman of the party, the 80 chairman of the party, according to who?
Those were the words of Mr. Mutenyo.
You see, according to who? Because we're talking about the leaders of the party. We're talking about party membership. Yes, because according to the chairman, there was no presiding officer. Now, before the delegates conference, chairman all over the country wrote to the party then, the secretariat. Because our intention was we needed to have a decent delegates conference. We wanted to have a credible process. And they wrote, they said to the leadership, Secretary General, the recent, and there were a number of issues, but I'm going to kind of give some of the critical ones. They said, you have increased nomination fees, but we are a democratic party. Why do you want to knock out people? You need to consider reducing the nomination fees, because it was seen as a way of excluding people. But DP was born to fight exclusion. DP was born to bring Ugandans in their country, and they can manage their issues, and they can participate as active participants in the affairs of their country. And now in the party, there are some people who are coming up to exclude them from participating or who become their leader. And this was a very serious point of the chairman when they met. And we wrote. Then there was also another issue about how to organize. Because somebody who manages the internal election process is critical. We needed people with integrity. We needed people who can be trusted. We needed people who believe in justice. We needed people who don't mock justice to be at the center of organizing internal elections of Democratic Party. But that was resisted. The reason why it was resisted is because they knew that they could not emerge victorious in a democratic process. But some of our members went to court. But then the others, we said, still, we have the vote of the people. We have the support of the people. Let's go there. Now you see Engineer Sebamara was knocked out. Why would you knock out your opponent? Just because he's popular? If you have been a leader for 15 years.
He didn't have what it takes to be the party president.
Who determines what it takes? Is it Mao who determines what it takes? The one that determines what it takes.
According to the party constitution.
You see?
That was best for.
According to the party constitution, the one who interprets the party constitution is the party lawyer. You see, DP is an institution. So, Anman was saying that I will not allow him. But how do you say you will not allow somebody who's contesting against you? If you have been a party president for 15 years, why are you fearing somebody?
Yeah.
You are saying has just. But by the way, Mao lost an opportunity to prove his worth to the members by knocking out Engineer Sebamara.
Okay, Mr. Atweeta.
And let me also try to.
Let me give you a second to sum that up so that we go for a short break.
Yes, let me also. In Mbarara, what happened was because they realized that after doing all of that, the DP membership was so much determined to reclaim what has always been theirs, to direct the party to the values of truth and justice. This committee that members had not chosen decided to knock out members who they knew were going to win. That's why the Reichs, even anybody.
But Honorable Lulu Mebaiga scored 339 votes. There was a difference of some good votes because Honorable Norbert Mao scored 969. But before you answer that, let's break shortly. And then when we return, we're going to be joined in by Commissioner Bamwine. It's still the Mighty Drive. We're coming in for the second hour. There is more to talk about. Don't go away.
Thank you so much.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Teddy, have you noticed how little attention science and health issues get in the media?
Totally. Edgar, yet science information is very important.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Health Journalists Network is here.
How can they help?
They are a group of journalists dedicated to advancing public understanding of healthcare issues through impactful reporting on health and science.
Oh, really?
Yes, they meet up every month with scientists and researchers, policymakers, and activists at the science media cafes. They then relay what they discuss to the public.
Does that benefit us?
Oh yes, very much so. This helps with health and science literacy for a healthy Ugandan society.
Okay. I love getting informed about science and health issues. Health information makes all the difference between life and death. I'll look them up and engage them.
That's great. They are based all over the country.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, and they should be making real impact.
They are empowering health communities through journalism. Journalists can save lives just like doctors.
Hi, Rogers. Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
What does corruption mean?
Well, summarily, corruption is abuse of public power for personal gain or for the benefit of a group to which one owes allegiance. For example, when a public office is abused by an official accepting or soliciting a bribe. By the way, private people can be corrupt too, like bribing police officers to escape fines.
Okay. So exactly how does that concern me?
Well, do you pay taxes?
I guess, yeah. What does that have to do with this?
Everything. Because those taxes you pay are supposed to facilitate services you use, like water, electricity, roads construction, medicines in hospitals, name it.
Okay, that is much bigger than I thought. But it can be stopped, right?
Well, yes it can, although it may not be as easy as it sounds. And here is the reason why. Corruption roots are grounded in our country's social, political, economic, bureaucratic traditions and policies.
So, what has kept it going this long? I mean, why don't we stop it?
Well, the main reason why it has been here for so long is because institutions are weak, either as a result of poorly defined ethical standards of public service, weak administrative and financial systems, or ineffective watchdog agencies.
What can we do to stop it?
At a national level, we must focus on strengthening the independence and effectiveness of public institutions that fight corruption. At a personal level, we must commit to never giving a bribe.
I promise I'll never give a bribe.
Well, that's a great decision you have made. Me and you now have to spread this message to all our friends. If we all do our part, corruption will be no more.
This message is brought to you by Alternative Digital. The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk. The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Okay, welcome back from that short break. It's still the Mighty Drive. I am your host, Princess Luwedde Lillian. Kwaniriza nnyo gwe yakatwegatako tuli mu ssaawa yaffe ey'okubiri program ekyali ya Mighty Drive. Ensonga nno zetutandikidde zibadde about Democratic Party ng'ekibiina ky'ebyobufuzi, one of the oldest parties. Actually, bwe mba njoga ku bibiina by'ebyobufuzi ndowooza ky'ekibiina ekyasooka oba ekimu ku bibiina ebikadde ekyatandikibwa mu 1954. Right now, ebigenda maaso byongera okwewuunyisa bannayuganda on whether DP is still opposition oba eri NRM leaning okusinziira ku ndagaano gye baagenda. But right now, tusobodde okubanga twegattibwako Commissioner Fred Bamwine. Byonna bye twogeddeko mu Democratic Party bibadde about the internal politics of the party. Bino byonna ebigenda maaso mu DP. The question is, mu NRM bali bulungi when we talk about NRM as a party, ebadde mu buyinza wetwogere egenda kuweereza ddala emyaka 4 nga bali mu nkato y'okulaba nti batwala eggwanga lyattu Uganda mu maaso. Wetwogerera mu kunoonya akalulu, President Museveni ayongedde okutugumya that they are protecting the gains bwe banaabanga bazzeemu okulondebwa come 2026. But what are some of the gains they are protecting? Bannayuganda, ezimu ku nsonga ze beemulugunyaako bwe buweereza okuba nti tebubatuukako. Service delivery. Twogera ku nsonga y'okuba nti amalwaliro agamu tegali mu ddagala. Twogera ku nsonga y'okuba nti abasomesa abamu bakyagenda maaso n'okwekalakaasa olw'okuba nti ensasulwa yaabwe si nnungi n'ebirala bingi nnyo. Ensonga y'okuba nti abavubuka tebalina mirimu. Those are some of the concerns bannayuganda ze bongedde okubanga baraisinga. Let me first usher in our second guest eyakatwegatako amakya g'olunaku olwaleero, and then we delve into issues to do with the NRM Mighty Party, 40 years in power. Welcome to the show.
Moderator, njagala kutwala mu kisego nokulamusa abatulaba mwenna abatuliriza n'okubeebaza emirimu gy'enjawulo gye musobola kukola kuba nti eggwanga ligenda mu maaso. Mbakubiriza nti wadde tuli mu biseera bya campaign, ndoza kati tusigaze ennaku 33 tufune president omupya. naye mbakubiriza nti wadde campaigns weziri oba mwe beesimbyewo oba banonyeza obululu laba nti otegeka okulaba nti amaka ago galina emmere ey'okulya n'okufissa ku n'otunda obaffe mu nkole tulina olugero nti omulimi tatunula waggulu ng'abuuza enkuba enajja ddi atunula wansi n'ategeka ennimiro ye enkuba bw'etandika kutonya n'atandika n'afuna ekyokulya nolwekyo mbakubiriza kubanga campaign zinaku 3 ezisigaddeyo tisalayikana operation 15th January embeera ejja kukyuka naye amaka ago gajja kubaawo omwana tajja kubuuza emmere n'omugamba nti munange twale mu campaign tutulina mmere oba twale mu campaign sina school fees so tulabe nti akadde kano tugende maaso tukakozesa campaign nga zitambula nina embeera ya bulijjo nayo ng'egenda mu maaso.
Wetwogerera ennaku 33 ezisigaddeyo NRM ekyali mu kuswagula akalulu mu bitundu by'eggwanga eby'enjawulo and the message is muli mu protectinga ebituukiddwako ebimu ku bannayuganda bye batunuulidde
as a leap for qualitative change. Leap forward for qualitative change. Kubanga the focus of government biliana tuteekwa kubanga tulina $500 million economy upper middle income status. So the base what has been created is to be used as for qualitative leap into upper middle income status.
Mubimu ku bituukiddwako ensonga ya corruption mulabikanga abalemereddwa okugihandulinga oba okugifightinga. The issue of corruption, misuse of power, ebimu ku ebyo biri mu 10 points program of the NRM party. N'ensonga y'okulaba nti Uganda ebeera bwe tutuuka mu nsonga y'ebyokulonda tewabaawo buzibu bwonna, democracy abeera at its peak, but then we are seeing the opposite of what you promised us.
No, first of all, what do you want to take mu size entuufu?
Okay.
It is not true that NRM has spent 40 years. No.
Jenatera okuwera.
NRM system or the movement system yatandika 86 n'ekoma 25. So ejimyaka
temujimbala
tuwali wataalimu kabeere mukulu Besigye and everybody was in the movement system. NRM as a political party starts in 25 kutuusa olwaleero. Ekyokubiri, it is also not true nti emyaka 4 gibadde nga giryawo gya NRM. The last rebel group to leave the Ugandan soil, it was 2006 October. So NRM buyajja mu buyinza yakarwana n'ebibinja 34 byali byagala kugijja mu buyinza until 2006. So the first 25 years, 26 years was a time for war and pacification.
Okay.
Uganda has just got a breathing space in the last 24 years. So you must consider those ones. Before you think about anything, talk about Uganda, a stable country. It is 2006 to date. When you talk about corruption,
yes,
including the Botewan government, you can Google now. There's Mr. Google. You're going to Google and ask the gold scandal. When Amin and some other people went and stole gold in Congo for the leadership in Kampala. The gold scandal in 1966. When you read the 1971 coup, among the 18 points Amin presented, corruption was one of them.
Okay.
I don't know the religion you play, but for us who read the Bible, you remember the son of Jesus, of God, called Jesus, was also sold at 3 cents through corruption. So corruption is as old as mankind. Even up to now, when Uganda munsanyusa kubanga wadde mulinga balemereddwa kati gulinga yejja mugulu mitoro mu Uganda
nati mwe muli mu bukulembeze
kikulembera
bino bye mwatusuubiza okubanga mukola in the 10 points program
ekirungi turi ku program y'amawulire njagala mbeere w'amazima awaaliwo omuntu obasobola kuwakala mu Uganda nga tagenzeeko kasawo oba okutereeza ku mirono. All that is corruption.
Bwekyali badde bwe kityo
abakazi ate mwakyonoona hari mwakandabaza nti ez'akameeza. That is corruption.
No, sente zirabirira ewaka.
Olira z'akameeza.
Okay.
N'omusajja n'alekawo sente zakira sukali n'ogula kwota. After 2 days sukali yaweddewo neekumbe wagula ki? All that is corruption from families. So if you want to fight corruption, buli omu yenateekwa kuba ng'ali involved. Gwe toyejjaamu. Naawe omulimu gw'okola, wherever you are, even in your family, the question is simple. I normally tell people my thinking.
Yes.
Nga mumpunde mukisa ninkwata ku Uganda eno. 2 years njiba wangeteredde. Naye nga mumpadde obuyinza bwenkomeredde. Corruption, whoever is arrested of corruption, ntumuteeka mukomera, obutavaayo, okutuusa omusango nga guwedde.
Nenanti?
Nako. 2, myezi 5, tijusukako nga tugunaba kusalibwa. 3, butulusanga nga tebamusibira bwereere tumusasule. Naye butulusanga nda bamukwatira kituufu. Tuteekewo olunaku ntulwakuna tugenda ku state square kutemako emikono abantu abali yake. Onampagira mama?
Njakuwagira.
That's why the challenge is. You cannot talk about corruption and you don't want harsh punishments to deal with the corrupt.
Ne president bwabanga avuddeyo naga nti bano abantu bange baleke ekirungi ze batwala bazinvestinga mu ggwanga lyattu Uganda. What does that mean?
Erabidde kintu kimu mu Uganda akalulu k'omubbi kenkanankana na ka bishop njagala beere w'amazima bano abantu first of all corruption eyo eyogerwako abakwatibwa bonna government yebakwata. That's one. Nenjagala kubuuza wali omuntu wali batute mu quoting for corruption n'abeera ng'ali ekatayina nga tewali bamuwerekedde oba bazikumweyimirira wali kyalabyeko. So bw'oba osobola kuyimirira omuntu ku lwa corruption kati gwobeera ki?
Awo tetugamba nti NRM mulemereddwa okulwanyisa corruption.
Nze simanyi kwogera eggwanga eriri mu ggulu njogera ku Uganda yaffe olwaleero etuwangaaliramu. Bw'omba nga bakukutte bamwine mwanyoko noga mwanyinazi bamutute mukwateka tugere kumweyimirira oba okimaze. So if we are to fight corruption decisively tuteekwa kukyusa ekibayita the legal regime enkola y'amateeka gituyina. Bw'oba kukwata ng'oteebereza okubeera omuli yake kirungi mu Uganda oteebereza n'oba okusanga ozituti beera mukomera otafuna kweyimirira okumala emyezi 5. 2 mu myezi 5 tubeera nga omusango tugusaze. 3 kusinziira ku singa gukusinga bw'ogusinga government should compensate for you. Bw'ogukusinga you should get a punishment according to the corruption you committed. And the highest ngamba tibatemeko mukono. Wolisinga n'omuntu nga talina mukono gwa ddyo nti oyo yali muli yake ojja kulaba bameka banaasigala nga
waliwo ababeera bagwa kabenje.
Naye kati tumuteeka mutulubalirya nayenyunyulako. Nobody will steal. Naye kati mwogera corruption wano ate musigala nga mumaisajinga. This is right to bail. This is presumed innocent. What are you talking about? Then why are you not fighting? Mpe ebikukozesa zinkulwanyisa corruption. Netuso kugamba ndwanyisa corruption ate nompasa emateeka gamba everybody is presumed innocent. Nompeera za semateeka gamba everybody is entitled to bail. Kati oyagala nkoleki nompesa gumu notwala na guno. 2 steps ahead, 4 steps behind. So we must as a country take them on boardroom and ask ourselves.
On that also talk about the issue of service delivery because when Uganda bacha complaining kukuba nti atuuka mu ddwaliro nga tewali ddagala.
Andi kati n'abayirutyanga ng'olina omusawo government wesasula obulungiko ng'eddagala butuuka kalibba bwakwatibwa demiri kufuna okweyimirwa.
Abasomesa ba arts babadde beekalakasa still era nsonga yakuba nti tebasasulwa kimala nga abasomesa ba sciences kibasasulwa.
It's only kankubulire. All these things are happening because of the democratic process we started. but if I was responsible
Yes.
nga nyina obuyinza abasomesa n'obwogenda kati kundi abo ku roster zaabwe they don't attend class 100%. They don't. Sente bazaagala
kyebafuna kitono nnyo n'okusinga kye bateekamu.
Sente bazaagala naye omulimu waffe tulina olugero kandi wogere aliwo emesagi manyi emesagi bwejja nesanga lumonda awo omufumbe etandika netuula wano nerya wano kati gwe bwojja osalako kano weeridde n'oli eno kati emesa yabuuza omusajja nega naye ssebo nonyanga bunwa ondya bunyo onkyawa wano wendidde naye n'otuula eno gintudde obutuuli wange n'obugere bwobubadde eno
kubanga bweba eri etuula eno n'erya sayidi
kati bwe bwojja osalako wali naye awakyafu we waliwo wandibadde
awakyafu olidde
so abanayuganda bwe batyo bali esente bazaagala n'omulimu tebakola ki. That's the issue. And the summary of it is very simple. The Zimbabwean government for some time. It is because we don't have harsh punishments, for wrongdoers. When I was doing international political economy,
yes,
I'm a fan of the East Asian tigers. For instance, Singapore. Tebakukwata ntibakutuuse mukomera bakuwa mawulire bakuwa uniform no bajja kubikuwa and you must go for hard labor. Byolidde mukomera bikolera
naye ate wanene
ogenda kufuna ekomera ng'oyize n'okukola
babasibira mu ssenge wanjawulo
n'ebyaffe bya wano bokuse bulinga ali mu hoteri engoye weeziri emmere weeri amawulire wegali dembe.
Let's talk about
I had even they were demanding conjugal rights. You know why? So really you must decide which kind of a country you want.
Let's talk about the NRM internal politics. There is a lot going on in NRM.
What's wrong with
batamanyi bigenda maaso mistrust yemu kwezo internal succession wars. There are a lot of factions in NRM.
Neze mbatunulire munsobera ndoze munyumirwe byononese na omuntu woyogera naye kati Bamwine.
Yes,
nyine kofiires. There is Bamwine the person, then there is Bamwine the commissioner.
Yeah,
we are different people. Bamwine the person has never supported the political parties in developing countries. Era biri etano nga tugenda mbine byo
multi-party
twagenda kyankwanzi waliwo national political commissioner yali muzeeyi Dr. Chiyonga na presenting a report districts 87 zitwali tulina mu kiseera ekyo 85 zagamba Uganda ready galamala party okujjako Kalangala ne Kampala zokka. Era President Museveni yafuna ekizibu kinene kukonvinsinga ba NRM n'abana Uganda tugende mu multipartyism. Era atuuka n'okufuna engombo ntutubejjeko kubanga twali tulina issues bbiri esooka abazungu nga bagambye nti tutagenda mu bibiina by'obufuzi bingi tubajja kuddamu kutuwola ssente World Bank na IMF. Abookubiri nga waliwo Bannayuganda abaakulira mu bibiina by'obufuzi aba UPC ne DP nta antufe tutuli ba NRM batusibira muli so muzene gamba no bana basajja bagambye tubasibidde mwena katugulewo tubejjeko bagende fe tusigale. So as far as I'm concerned, the foundation of political parties in Uganda cannot help the parties to exist. Kubanga parties kukola bulungi zibeera ku musingi ogubayita social economic.
Okay.
Abalimi bagamba nti waffe bwajja ebbeeyi y'ebirime ejja kulinya. Abakozi b'amakolero bagamba nti waffe bwajja emisaala gijja kutereera. Balandoozi bagamba nti gavumenti yaffe bwejja naffe balandoozi. But in Uganda, where we don't have a class society, where we are classless, kyova tufuna ebibiina by'obufuzi nga twesigamye ku ddiini kala owekyanvu oyo waffe owekyayo kimyufu. Those are the issues. Oyo twasoma ffenna oyo twezira muziro gwe gumu. Those issues don't develop a country. Kyova olaba mu Africa waliwo ensi ezaafuna obwetwaze nga 62 tezifunangako olutale wadde
n'olumu
naye nzitandika n'ebibiina byobufuzi bingi but they have not developed than Uganda. So it is not true that multipartyism is equal to democracy. And it is also not true that multipartyism is equal to development. Musobola kubeera abazungu batya democracy gitwala tulina mu NRM system ya movement system nga bala wemala kutogeera eno tolina kyojja kukola ensi za Africa kubanga twali twesiga ku musingi ena. One, broad basedness.
Okay.
Abakazi abaana bonna nga bali omu. Two, all inclusive. Muwanvu mumpi.
Bonna mbali town board.
Three, non-sectarianism. Regardless of where you come from, you could stand anywhere and be voted. And lastly, individual merit. Omuntu mutunuulira ku busobozi bwe ntumuwa kalulu. Era amapezi kubanga ekiseera ekyo bw'onaavuganyanga naawe ata Luwedde oyo oyo mwesigwa tugenda kumuteeka ku buwanika bamwine agende ku ward fence abo tuzinga
nga already basazeewo ddawo ino.
So I'm happy now era tugenda kuva mu kalulu akatulumu kati NRM egenda kuba number 1 ewookubiri agenda kuba independent.
Oh
yes, after elections call me here after 15th agenda kuba number 2 tajja kuba kibiina kya byabufuzi kubanga bannayuganda bagamba
naye ate abali mu race saawa zino kuyobwa president bonna balina political parties mwe bava tetwafunawo independent.
President ajja kubeera omu. I'm talking in forming government. After forming government NRM ngemaze kuwangula parliament agenda kuba amaanyi omulala agenda kubeera independent.
Mr. Bamwine,
because people still say gundi tumulabimu obusobozi.
Saawa zino tebatunuulidde bibiina wabula busobozi.
Abasinga obungi bali ku busobozi.
Commissioner, waliwo ensonga bannayuganda gye balaba nti mwe nga bana NRM mulemeddwa okugya addressing obulungi o either mugye balama. Yensonga y'ekibiina ki NRM okubeerawo past President Museveni. God forbid bwe kiba nga kibaddewo n'atukanaga nti okay nkooyo okubeera president w'ekibiina ki NRM. Can it survive?
Abawagizi ba NRM bamujjako talina buyinza bukoowa.
God forbid n'aserera n'avambula mu bwensi eno. Can NRM survive past President Museveni?
But I'm telling you, I don't support parties.
Naye kibiina ki NRM
ekibiina manyi nti President Museveni
okuva lwekyatandikirawo mu butongole.
Si muyivu yekka ali mu kibiina ekyo.
Okay.
Si muntu mukulu yekka ali mu kibiina ekyo. It has a lot of leaders. The question is very simple. Are there democratic processes which can produce a leader within the party? That is the issue we should be addressing. But me as far as I'm concerned,
but nakibiina banasobola okumuteekamu obwesige because it seems President Museveni yawanidde NRM.
Kisoboka agiwanidde kubanga ye mukulembeze aliwo.
Okay.
So you must exhibit that responsibility. Naye tolina bw'ogamba nti sijja kutambula kubanga waliwo omugga. Osooka n'otambula n'ogutuukako then nosala n'onoonya engeri gy'ogubuuka.
Okay.
So as long as he is still here, ubakkirizaamu. Bw'anaaba avuddewo, I can see a group of many leaders in that party. But the question is simple. Ebibiina byo muno munaabibeeramu biyamba bitu muntu wa bulijjo kubeera ndakawana muddu mu nsawo. As long as parties are not addressing the economic question of individuals, those are not parties to talk about. Parties should be vehicles to promote the social welfare of individuals, of their parties. And negwangu kutwaliza wamu. Kati yao. Kyova kati naku zino bw'otuula campaign. Omwasalawo n'agenda campaign n'asala mazina n'avuma omulala n'agenda waka. Kati biki bitulimu bino. Ffe bitumenya ffe abafaayo kusoma.
Oh.
Bitumenya.
Okay. Back to you, Mr. George Atweeta. Earlier on, we were hinting about the internal politics of a Democratic Party. But now we want to address it at a broader perspective of political parties in Uganda, especially those at the opposition side. Are you still on the cause of changing Uganda? Like you always preach to Ugandans?
We are very alive to that mission because we believe it is our mission.
Okay.
The Commissioner has talked about political parties serving the welfare of citizens. Our record as a political party, to start with DP, shows us as having been at the forefront of the welfare of Ugandan citizens. To us as the DP, a Ugandan is a treasure. It is the greatest treasure.
Okay.
In one of our missions, and over the course of 70 years, we have been a party that has not shed blood. As Democratic Party,
you've been a party that has had violence in its delegates' conference. The one in Gulu, ahead of the 2021 general elections, and then the one that we had in Barara. Sorry, the one that the party held in Barara.
There were temptations to provoke delegates in Barara to be violent so that blood could be shed. But the delegates resisted that direction. DP, we have a philosophy that the process is as good as the end. There are those who believe the end justifies the means. To saying like, you can rape to be a father. But DP will say you can engage the lady, win her consent, and be the husband. This is a godly principle.
Okay.
Politics of our country, in my opinion, if you do not have internal politics, you become a disaster when you take national leadership.
Okay.
Because if you can be recklessly drunk when you're taking a cup of Mukomboti, if somebody gives you a jerrycan 20 liters, you become a disaster. That is why us in Democratic Party are very concerned about the internal processes. Because you can't give what you do not have. And my appeal to the citizens is that if you love your country, then you must work hard to ensure that your political party is democratic.
But now, if a party fails to address the issue of internal politics, how is it going to be able to handle a country like Uganda?
That is the unfortunate bit, that even opposition parties, that should be a right to the government, have become even worse than the government. If you see like what happened in Mbarara, carrying ballots, knocking out people who are opponents, what happened in Mbarara makes Museveni look like a saint. But you see, opposition should be the hope of the country.
Okay.
But if there is darkness, if there is more darkness than what is in existence, that spells doom. And that's why my appeal to political actors is that if you love your country, then and you want it to be democratic, then you have to ensure it is practiced within your political party.
Okay.
Because if it is not practiced, if you are practicing dictatorship within your party, when you get state power, which has resources, which has intelligence, you will be a disaster. And the experience, the long stay of President Museveni should give Ugandans an opportunity that whoever comes after him is better than him. Democratically, principally, and his heart for the country. Because it would be a disaster for Uganda to replace President Museveni with someone who is worse. And from what we have been seeing happening within our political parties, it is not a positive trend. And members of political parties, we must work hard to ensure that If we say we are democratic, if we say we are for truth, then we be for truth.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Mr. George. Let's cross over to a topic of election violence. Uganda's electoral cycle has actually been marred by violence, intimidation, arrests. This is what we're seeing unfolding at this particular moment. I would love to start with you, Commissioner Bamwine. One would wonder, why are we still having the same things happening over and over again? Whenever we prepare for elections, we expect violence. It seems that Ugandans actually see violence as part of the elections. Akaluka tekalimu violence, kabanga katalina vibe. One would wonder, ekibiina ki NRM bwe kibanga kyatusuubiza emirembe, kyatusuubiza demokrasi okulaba nti abukala mu ggwanga lyattu Uganda, why are we seeing intimidation, arrests and violence mu kalulu? Because we started off nga kali peaceful. We spent I think like 7 weeks nga there is nothing happening. Out of the blue we see police ekubagana ate n'abawagizi weewaawo n'abeesimbyewo. One would wonder, is violence part of our DNA when it comes to elections?
I don't know whether you follow singers in this country. There is a singer, I don't know the name, but he sang a song in Uganda. Ntabatasi Gansigo.
Balinze Makungula.
Yeah, who is that singer?
Jose Chameleon.
Oyo. Oluyimba olw'ekyetaaga olw'efumintirize. How do you expect democracy where there are no democrats?
Okay.
Hey. Muto wange mpulidde bw'abadde ayogera ampulikidde nga awagira ebibiina ebivuganya gavumenti bwawulikise. Bw'oba otunuulira campaigns nga buzitambula n'ebigambo ebivaayo mu bakandidates ab'enjawulo, why do you expect miracles to happen?
Lwaki bikolebwa ku basayidi
kubanga omukulu nga tugenda ku nominations yalangirira nti omuntu yenna agenda kwesimbawo azimbe egaali. Ozo egaali okimanyi kitegeeza, naye ku lwabo abayinza kuba kati tekimanyi egaali kitegeeza gangs, agavubuka gakawuula, zimba agavubuka gakawuula agagenda gaganyagulula abantu nga gabakuba. So muto wange Kyagulanyi yagamba nti omuntu yenna ateekeka kwesimbawo ateekwa okulaba nti gakawuula ago agayina.
Eggaali be bantu abo bajja okumukuuma.
Anti kati faye sira mutawaana n'ekyo, but nteekwa okunyonyola ono kubanga twagala bo gakawuula engeri gigakuuma omulambo gw'omugenzi Segerinya ne galemesa n'abaana b'omugenzi okuziika. Ne maama we ne gamugaana kugenda omukolo gwali guteekwa okubeera. Bw'okuba gakuuma koyogera. Nze kintakkaanya nakyo mu Bannayuganda era nzonza amazima galinzisa. Simanyi kusiiga kazigo. Ekikyamu nkiyita kikyamu. Then tukyambe tukinogera eddagala. On the nomination day, bwe baamuwa omukisa nti ayogere ayogere eggwanga gye riri, era yabagamba nti bino bitulimu bw'oba nga oli mutiitizi toyagala kusibibwa, toyagala kukubibwa, toyagala kufa, biveemu.
Kubanga past trends bwe zitulaze.
I'm not a passive participant in the Ugandan politics. I'm a full-time participant and a follower. Kati juzi yabaddekawo empaawo n'agamba kati kuva olwange leero ndangiridde tuli bayeekera, mutambule kiyeekera, mukole ebitendo by'ekiyeekera, muzimbe egaali, ate twakyali kulanga kudala, buli omu atandikire waali. Just here Kawempe
yagambye muyeekera atali violent yenjawulo emwawula.
Nze nkugambye simanyi kusiiga kazigo, nja kukyogera nga bwe kiri. Now nga bw'otuyise wano naawe nga wooli ku bali abatulaba, tulina abo tuyita abawagizi whom we call dogmatic supporters.
Yes.
Bamwine chogede. Achogede ku TikTok. Tayagala kumanya kasita bamwine akoze ki?
Achogede.
So ebigambo biva mu kulembeze yena. Biteekwa nga bya buvunanyizibwa. Kati omwana gwe mugambe tumuyekera. Azimbe gaali akole bitendo byekiyekera. Kiki kimugana kukwata ejinja n'aguba mu police oba n'amukuba ejinja. I don't know whether you watched 2 days ago. There were actually 3 incidents. Emu omwana wa boda boda yavere nga agenda kuta mu police. That was one incident. Bamwito chaya something. The second incident. Wari mu police wabadde bakuba empi nga alwana n'emmundu ye. Bakuba empi nga omusajja alemedde ku mmundu. Those are not unique. Kubanga bawulidde muntu wafu wetwenyumirizaamu alagidde. Ugundi wano katowa Nsanzo. Last Friday. Supporters of Aaron and supporters of Erika met each other and one person, life was lost.
Ne Commissioner.
So,
Commissioner, nange kankweko incident.
Why do you expect to have
ebyabadde gulu over the weekend?
Yes.
Abawagizi ba mukuru Robert Kyagulanyi Center nga bakubibwa emiggo. Waliwo incident endala ya motoka ya police ekona abawagizi ba supporters ba NUP. Engeri gye baba handlingamu, is it the rightful way? Okandlinga abesi.
Bw'olayo moroka ya police ngejja eriko n'ekitaala.
Yes.
Nugoba nga gunga gwe. Onga oli mukubo koloti.
Ovaawo wesiganodde bbali.
Ate onalemeddeko. Hello. Oyogedde abawagizi ba Kyagulanyi mu ggulu. Have you managed to follow? Amanyi nze nja kubyogera oba oliawo munajjamu. Wawulirako speech ya mwami Kyagulanyi mu district y'Enoya mu town council ya Anaka.
Part of it.
Abantu babadde mu lutalo emyaka 26. Now you are inciting them again to start afresh. Can there be a sign government nekize nti kikiddemu? Gwe ng'omukulembeze ebigambo ebikuvamu biteekwa ngo bya buvunaanyizibwa. You cannot inflame a country. Ekyokubiri abantu abasinga bungi kibeerabira buli mwaka gw'ebyensimbi in June government eweebwa sente z'ebitongole ebikuumaddembe intelligence services omulimu gwabyo gulabika ng'omukalubo naye mwangu. Mukyala Luwedde bwakeeredde yatambudde naani yayogedde naani yalidde ki apulaninga ki. Kasita wabaawo kye bayita early warning signals obubonero bulaga nti wayinza kubaawo embererembe. Then police will decide what kind of operation it will conduct. Is it by stopping you from coming from home? Kye bayita preventive arrest? Is it by picking you from where you are? From that group you are in? Is it by dispersing you? Using all the available weapons, or it is by disabling you, or liquidation. Ebyo byonna kyova government okukuuma state ya Uganda.
But is okwambula abawagizi bano part of engeri y'okubakwata? Because what we saw unfolding in Barara, abaali bakwatibwa engeri gye bakwatibwamu abamu ne batuuka n'okubanga babambula.
Nasoma katabo baali bakayita Animal Farm. Katabo ka Animal Farm walimu omusajja baali bamuyita Benjamin. Benjamin oyinza kumuyita omusajja omulokole ow'amaanyi akola emirimu gye. Kati waliwo ensasage nga bamaze kulumba faamu eyo. Kati Benjamin ng'atereeza ebyayonoonese. Ne Bamwine yafudde. Ne Ssentongo yafudde. Kati Squira yavaayo ayali mwogezi w'Ebwansolo. Squira n'agamba Benjamin, war is war.
Ebyo byonna bibaamu.
Olutalo kasita tutandika n'alumanya ne saalumanya
agenderamu.
I can assure you, I want you to use your mwe mulina omukisa mulina gugu kati. Twali tulina eggwanga baliyita Libya. Libya per capita income was $12,000 per person. It was a first class country.
yali ekulira ku speed ya waggulu nnyo
naye essaawa eno tulina 35 fighting groups ezaagala kuzaawo ebiseera ng'ebya Gaddafi 35 80% abantu abatta Gaddafi including Lubuye omwana yamukuba masasi all of them are dead
nga bakoyo obukulembeze
so bw'olaba emyaka 4 kati you may think it is too much
okay
you may think musajja aluddewo but let me tell you I better be with an angel that I know. You call them Satan that I know than an angel that I don't know. Tubadde tulina eggwanga baliyita Sudan. Yomambuka wano. Fighting in Sudan is nga Kampala road bw'ogiraba. In the post office, amajega government, in the Manga Rapid Support Force. Kampala road. So I don't think some of us are willing to be like a Somalia, a Sudan, a Libya. Kubanga omukulu wunda ukirabika mu njogera gwowagira yagambye abavubuka mukolenge nga ba Tanzania kibakoze mukolenga ba Nepal kibakoze mukolenga be Cameroon kibakoze maybe abalala but as far as I'm concerned katinganze ekyo sijja kukirinda ngamba nti kibi kikubaje
kigwana wala
so you must be responsible atenze kinuma bwamara kwogera wakiri mfunda n'omusajja bayita Besigye kubanga Besigye kiyagana nga beerawo wakiri poliisi ekwateye naye no bwamara kwogera avaawo ne bakwata abaana babandi niye biri ku frontline tulabe naye amala kuinforminga yo naavaawo ne bakwata abaana olina abaana basibibwa ku misango egy'enjawulo 2 tebana bakuvaayo kati oyo obinsaitinga ne bateekayo abalala what is your intention kigenderwa kyekyo
ayonsi ni wati violence eno ekumibwamu omuliro abakulembeza abali ku opposition
not abakulembeza quoting Kyagulanyi and his team abala sina bawulira naye at least ono muquoting nabala banabyogera so to me we are expecting too much kubanga you cannot be propagating hate speech then you expect to harvest peace kati bana bola abasirikale omusirikale abeera ne mundu ena magazine zezi buli magazine ebeera mu masasi 30 na obuulira abana bawagizi bo abakukkirizamu nti bagende balumba omwana bamukuba mayinja alina masasi 9 what is going to happen
oba mulimu kuteeka kutya mu bantu
that is like taking poison binjogera mu biina ku rekodiyamu obutambi obutabwina mbukuwe obuzanyi
isn't it that mulimu kubateekamu kutya okuba nti batya n'okutambula ne honorable Kyagulanyi
yagambye muzimbe gaali yagambye tulubayekera mukole ebitendeo by'ekyekera ekyokukola mukimanyi yagamba mukole ekyabadde Tanzania kyabadde Nepal kyabadde and you think the government is going to follow government musoraki people are forgetting nti wadde tuli mu kiseera kya campaign ne government yagenze mu luwumula government weeri twalaawo you osobola kujja wano okole twalaawo another person agende mu katale omulala agende mu ddwaliro n'abagenda mu campaign bagendeyo but think because you are a nominated candidate therefore the country must stop ekyo mateeka ga Uganda tikiriyo but also I ask a question mwenga mwe mwandyagadde eggwanga lifaanana liti erifaanagana ne Somalia ne Libya oba erifaanagana ne Switzerland which type of a country do you need kubanga ekiseera kya campaign kyandibadde ekiseera okujja ne manifesto yo n'oyogera ebyewagala kukola abantu ne bakukkiriza ne bakuwagira ate bubagaana tobakaka you must explain for me to follow you
bwebanga NRM yasuubiza emirembe gino gy'emirembe gye yasuubiza gye tulaba egiri mu kwanfoldinga mu kunoonya akalulu
I can tell you in the name of providing peace we shall not live in stone if you are the one stopping in the middle of peace no way that one we are very firm you can do your campaigns you can go muchachi ya mwe but the issue of creating anarchy by the way democracy multipartyism without responsibility is total anarchy
Okay, I'm going to be coming back to you shortly. I want to come back to you, Mr. George. You've heard from Commissioner Fred. What is your take onto the campaign violence that we are seeing unfolding from candidates?
NRM is protecting the gains. One of the gains which one can talk about the NRM is bringing stability.
Okay.
NRM came at a time when there was violence. So I don't know how you protect the gains when you are engaged in violence. The commissioner says that for him he does not believe in multipartism. I would wish to disagree.
In developing countries, don't misquote me.
Oh, okay. I would wish to disagree because
how will you disagree with my view?
Oh,
my belief.
I just want to give my
That's what I believe in.
I just want to give my opinion.
Okay.
We have had very strong party states, but the end has always been violence. We can see it in many countries that a strong party state can maintain a level of stability for a certain time, but then when it ends, there is violence. So in a way, you keep noticing a cycle of violence. God gives government powers, but God does not give government powers to control what people think, what people should believe.
Okay.
Multipartism is a platform to provide an avenue for all people. And in so doing, you stop chaos, confusion, or turmoil that would have resulted in curtailing the freedoms of people.
Okay.
Because if you say we only need a certain way of leadership, some people may not agree that they need to be catered for. Because like what happened in Guru, I don't know why such violence was meted out to the supporters of the National Unity Platform. It is not just this election, but if you witness the trend, most violence is meted out to opposition supporters. A campaign, in my opinion, people should be allowed to express their views. People should be allowed to express love to the candidates that they so desire. It is something not good.
Okay.
In most cases, when you see the violence that is meted out to supporters of the opposition, the ones in the government
but
have not been.
Police says these supporters keep provoking them.
I would wish to, for instance, if you take the Guru case, I didn't see any provocation, and also the force that was used. I would also want to. That is on one side, but also on the other side.
But they're also saying that these candidates are not abiding to what was agreed upon.
With them, with EC.
With the Electoral Commission.
But in some cases, you find that opposition is being limited to campaign in areas which are kind of inconveniencing.
Okay.
In some cases, you find that, okay, now, I don't know where the counter grounds. Was Bobby Wine allowed to use counter grounds?
He couldn't.
But the other candidates were allowed.
Can I give you do you allow me to give you information?
So that kind of fairness. See, we need that. Then also, before Commissioner comes in, I would also want to make an appeal, especially to the supporters of opposition. The main activity is casting your vote.
Yes.
Because I've also noticed a level of violence, especially from the young supporters. My appeal would be, the main thing is to do the main thing. Okay. And in our election, the main thing is casting your vote.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. George. Let me cross over to Commissioner Fred in these remaining minutes. Let's talk about the Electoral Commission. Oftentimes, these candidates, especially at the opposition side, have come out okulaba nti bakastigating Electoral Commission okusirikanga whenever they encounter violence. Oba baba nga bafunye okubagana n'ab'ebyokwerinda. One would wonder, is Electoral Commission independent? Because abamu bagamba alinga lifa lyatyo okufuuwa firimbi ng'ate alaba waliwo omusambiko saidi eri akubiddwa oba akubiddwa engatto n'abanga amenyesa okugulu.
Abaganda balina olugero nti atamukute agamba
yaye nti kwatira ddala onyweze.
Naye ab'ebyokwerinda essaawa eno balinga olulimi. Olulimi luwangalira wakati w'amanyo. Buluwaba amanyo galuluma. So government,
yes,
which is responsible to protect the state, egamba police, do what is necessary to make sure the state is standing. Abali mu byobufuzi naddala buludde government, police oyekubidde beera ku saidi yaffe.
Bo bagamba talina kubeera ku saidi yonna. Ebeere wakati nga teri saidi eno teri
saidi. State ya Uganda. One of the responsibility of government is that the state should not collapse. Kati omuntu yenna akola ekigenda kusuula state. It is the responsibility of police to stop him or her, which means inconveniencing. Bugamba kuzimba egaali and the state is listening, or its apparatus are listening, they must egaali bate kugipangulula.
Nena NRM bayina egaali.
That's what I'm saying. I don't mind whether NRM or what. Anybody who is involved in the preparation for violence. It is the responsibility of the state through police to dismantle those guards. Of course, people become uncomfortable. Naye muto wange ono kyatankoledde bulungi. Simanyi bakigendedde bakimuyiseeko. Mbadde nsuubira nti abadde following trends ebitambula mu campaign zino. Simanyi oba yenga omuntu mumativu ku bigambo n'ebikolwa abanabyabufuzi ebiyinza kuleeta emirerembe. Kubanga pulita byogeddeeko. And me I'm telling you, nti mutabanyi wange wa muto wange omuntu yenna kusikiriza kubeera okuzimba mu bwana lukalala kiba kifaanagana ng'okuwa obutwa. That's why I mentioned Mwami Kyagulanyi ng'ali mu district y'e Nwoya mu town council ya Anaka, where he incited the country or that region to be into arms. Ng'akimanyi nti ekitundu ekyo kibadde mu lutalo okumaleka emyaka 26. Because at the end of the day, eggwanga lino buligenda ku muliro. You never know where you'll be. But our government yakwasibwa obuvunaanyizibwa that the state of Uganda from 2021-2026 May, the state of Uganda must remain standing.
Okay.
Twaba wagifuwanga katadowa. So mba nsuubira that any political actor should be cautious. Kubanga namunabyabufuzi yennyini tujja kukola ebyobufuzi nga singa kati wano wawadde amasasi nga gayitingana.
Yeah.
Will you come here and work?
No.
We are able to come here even and discuss because we are sure there is security. We are sure that anybody who provokes violence will be picked. Kyovuraba aterrare wabera abantu ng'omutwalo. Ne police ejja nekwatamu abantu 5. So that meaning government ekimanyi nti abasinga obungi tebalina mutawaana. Naye walimu bamwine, walimu Ssentongo, walimu Okoya abayinza kuba nga bapulaninga ebigenza kuleeta emirembe. So the responsibility of government nti wadde tuli mu campaign, but these are the do's and the don'ts. Now when you cross the line, awo kati awo police eyingirawo. Electoral Commission, as far as I'm concerned,
yes,
naye efuuse ebyobufuzi, it is playing to the gallery. If I was chairman of the Electoral Commission, I would crack my whip.
Okay.
If I was them, I remember the cabinet byokulonda waliwo commission ya CA yali kuli omusajja bali bamuyita Kabwayi Beswere. Is the person I remember how he used to disqualify candidates. By the powers entrusted to me, I hereby disqualify Bamwine. You need to do that in order to provide, to pump some sense.
Okay.
Otherwise, campaigns, if you don't do that, they can be mishandled and the security of the country becomes at stake.
Your closing remarks.
So, I want to appeal to the Electoral Commission to put up its socks.
Okay.
Because you are the main referee. In playing football, there are 2 cards. There is yellow, there is red. Put out some yellow cards, and if candidates don't listen to your yellow cards, then you put out the red. And it's disqualify candidates for the good of the country. Abavubuka. Ebigambo byonna njagala tubibabuulire ffena aba gavumenti n'abadde babifuzi.
Yes.
Neerwana nga bw'osobola baleme kuyingiza mu bwana lukalala. Kubanga bw'ona mmala kuyingira obwana lukalala. N'ogamba ab'ebyokwerinda buno tubwesobolera. Ekivaamu nyinza kuba nga siriiyo. Waliwo olugero wano mu Buganda ne Mwankole ng'owakitiini washika wakimanza ne barra. Omuti nga baba bakaaba. Omuzira nga bakola ki? Omuti wansi nga baseka, omuzira nga bakaaba. Kati there is no winner in a sinking boat. Twagala tugende mu kulonda nga Uganda eri wamu kuwaba na Uganda bonna ekyenkanyi. Oba wagira government watogiwagira, the most important thing is to express your will and consent and vote for a person of your choice without interfering with others' rights.
Okay, thank you so much, Commissioner Fred. Your closing remarks, Mr. George.
To the Electoral Commission, I would wish to commend them. They came out regarding the violence that was meted out to the opposition in Guru. I have also noticed a trend where candidates are being knocked out during processes of nomination. It looks the desire for Ugandans to have power in their hands is now being shifted. There is now a cartel that works during nominations. It started within people who associate leading government. You see, all of them are unopposed, and it is not a positive. It is not a positive trend. To the younger people, you please exercise your rights. Do it in the right procedures, because your life matters. You have a family and you have a future.
Okay.
To the political parties, you can't be a dog and a pig at the same time. You choose what you want to be.
You're either or.
You are either here or here. You can't be here. Our forefathers directed that we have government and opposition.
Okay.
It is opposition that checks government. So there can't be like the middle. There can't be conflicted minds, conflicted political actors. And I can say that there is a group that I belong to that is clear. We are opposition. And we have values. And the values are truth and justice.
Someone commented here saying that DP now has 2 legs. One in government under Mao, the other under opposition. As far as that is Bukenya, it's Peter.
As far as I'm concerned, I know 2 members who are in government. The other members of the DP are DP members. That is the information I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Bamwine, for joining us this morning, as well as Mr. Atweeta George. Ensonga zatubaddeko zibadde za kutunulira campaigns naye nga ate Commissioner Bamwine yatutegeezezza nti for as long as police esensinze nti wano wayinza okubeerawo obutabanguko kati nno munaye bo balina okukola butaweera butasa mukono okulaba nti state esigalawo nga eyimiridde. Ebyo bigambo bye naye call gye tugenda okuba nga tuwunzika naye kwe kuba nti buli munnayuganda atuusizza emyaka egy'okulonda ng'ate oli mulonzi nga wawandiisibwa akakiiko k'ebyokulonda, genda olonde okulaba nti ate munnange teweemulugunya ku myaka egiddako nti bannange amalwaliro temuli ddagala ng'ate tewagenda kuba kaluluso. Yeyo call gye mpunzika nayo olunaku olwaleero. Mwaba baddeko, thank you so much for watching. Ate tube nga tusisinkana omulundi ogujja. Good morning.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.